Okay, hello guys. Every time it eats into our recording time. That I appreciate the gesture. Anyway, hello, welcome everyone to yet another episode of the SIUUUPLEX Podcast. See how we did that?
SIUUUPLEX. You know, you said that we're not going to keep doing that because it gets annoying, but
yeah,
if you say, I've got like a tick now. If you say SIUUUPLEX Podcast, I have to follow up. Like, I have to do it properly.
We should get the crowd noise, the Ronaldo crowd noise. You know, when they go, "Soo," that would be probably better. Anyway,
but that's in our intro.
You could do it again.
Anyway,
go on. Cool. All right. Well, look, welcome again. And before we get into it, I had a question for you, Aj. If that's all right.
Go on then. Is it another Tesco Sainsbury's one?
Yes, similar. It actually happened today. So I was walking to the station, and I kind of noticed everyone walking out of the station. So I was like, okay, something's not right here. So I went there, and there was a big board saying, the Met line suspended, the train suspended. I was like, for God's sake, if only someone told me. So I started walking back home, and I started seeing all these poor sods walking to the station, walking past me to the station. So I was like, do I tell them? I know they're going to the station. I just know it. Or should I just leave it? And then you think, you could be saving them a journey. You could be doing the right thing. I thought, you know what? Fuck it. No one told me. So I just carried on walking. What would you do?
I think it depends. If I was like in a countryside area and there was like one station and I saw a few people, then I would tell people. But if you're in, among the underground and, towns and cities around the underground, not cities, but, towns and stuff, where there's a lot of people, you can't tell everyone, can you? You tell one, then you want to tell all of them. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I just would want to get home and log in so I can work from home.
Fair enough. So I did the right thing then.
Yeah, but you could also say you're part of the problem. Like, it's just a never-ending cycle. Then people just don't tell each other. True. You can be the spanner in the works. You can change things.
I could be the change that I want to see in the world, right?
Exactly, Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay, cool. No, that's good. Yeah, just wanted to know. Right, Tombolo. How excited are you? Scale of 1 to 10.
Just hurry up.
Who would make the best/worst school teacher?
So, yeah, just FYI, guys. I mean, you probably heard it from previous recordings, but just in case, we've conjured up about 20 scenarios and put them all in a hat. But we've not thought about any of these, like in terms of the answers. We can't think of all 20. So we're going to be thinking off the cuff. Who's going to be the best and worst wrestler, footballer, school teacher?
Yeah.
Are we talking primary school? Let's just talk primary school, yeah? Like year 3, year 4.
Yeah, if you're like, if you're a kid, basically.
You know what? Let's not have any rules. Let's just do like, first school, middle school, high school, or as Americans call it, junior high. Maybe you want to extend it to college, but we'll go that far. No university.
Okay, cool. And who should we start with? Should we start with footballers?
Well, we started footballers on 3 episodes. I think one of them we started with wrestlers. So let's do wrestlers again. Let's do wrestlers again.
Yeah, cool. Like it. So, got anything?
Do you want to start or shall
I? Go on. You go.
All right, cool. I've got it. So there are obviously actual teacher gimmicks in wrestling. Well, there's been at least one I can think of, but you don't know who that is. So for the benefit of the podcast, I won't mention it. But I'm going to go with Steven Richards.
Stevie Richards.
Yeah, but then when he joined the Right to Censor, he became.
Oh yeah,
he became Steven Richards, didn't he?
Yeah, but he'd make a better school bell than a teacher.
No, actually. I know their theme song is literally a siren, but his actual voice is actually. In fact, this could be a pointer against me, but I'm going to stick with it. His actual voice is very raspy. If you hear him in interviews, he talks like this. And you know what? I'm here for the right to censor, for the good of the world. You come on down and... I guess my dog didn't like that either. But it was similar to the Austin impression from the previous episode. That's probably what set him off. But yeah, he's got a really raspy voice. But anyway, that aside, Stephen Richards in particular, for the right to censor, all he wanted to do was good. And you know what? Sending my child to school, I don't want them looking at, naked women or men. I don't want them swearing. I don't want them, with their tie undone, with a fat knot and their button undone and their shirt untucked. I don't want that for my child. So Stephen Richards, despite being a bit on the extreme side...
His shirt in. He used to tuck his shirt in.
No, I'm just saying general school principles, isn't it? Like good manners, and good behaviors you should follow as a student. Stephen Richards will do that. That's what he is. That's what the right to censor stand for. The thing with right to censor, I think a lot of them came from in the wrestling world as a gimmick, bad background. So the Godfather, the pimp, became Goodfather, right? And then I think you had Ivory. Was it Ivory or no? It was Ivory. Yes,
Ivory.
She started covering up herself, right? Not saying I believe in all of this stuff, but Stephen Richards, when he was Stevie Richards, I don't remember him doing much bad before in his previous gimmick. So he's just a good all-round person, and even better when he was with the right to censor. So my child or children are in safe hands with this guy. He's going to teach them, order, respect, discipline, education. Stephen Richards.
God, you've played this one safe, haven't you? It's not a bad choice, by the way, but it's just a safe one, isn't it?
How is that safe? That's what we're doing. We're answering the question.
I don't know. I'm not feeling the justification. I'm not feeling it. I think there's nothing bad to it, but I think there's nothing that screams out, yeah, oh my God, great choice.
Right to
apart
censor.
Apart from the fact he tucks his shirt in. And
no, you haven't heard the last 2 minutes. Right to censor. They censor all the bad stuff.
I know. Yeah, good impressions. All right, fine. Okay, you could be right. He believes in doing good. Hopefully that rubs off on the students.
Exactly. Exactly.
But hopefully they don't wear short sleeve shirts into class.
There's nothing wrong with short sleeve shirts in the summer. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe you know him better than I do. I don't know actually, but I don't know.
What the Attitude Era? How do you not remember that?
I remember him. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I think I can do better though.
Tough one to please. Yeah, go on then.
I've gone for the reigning, defending Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman. Firstly, I thought you were going to say Brock Lesnar. I was like, that's the worst pick ever. Paul Heyman. Okay, go on.
Paul Heyman. So I think he'll. Okay, so I guess so. Okay, hindsight. I think your pick for Stevie Richards is actually good because of his intentions. I'm looking at Paul Heyman from a can he control a class, get everyone's attention, hit a message home, people respect him. Oh, he's definitely got that. He's small, he's a bit dwarfy, but I think if he's trying to command the respect, and if he's getting results, like if his class are going to pass and all that kind of stuff, I think he's your man. Can you imagine if like the class, everyone's like making noise, everyone's like pissing around, and he goes, "Okay, class." Like he'll get everyone's attention. They're all going to be like, ugh. And he seems like the person that will just pick on you as well. So you've got to always be on your feet. Do you know what I mean?
No, that is a good one. He definitely commands an audience's attention, and if an audience, in his promos kind of aren't interested, he'll get them interested again by doing something. And he's definitely got a powerful voice, as we all know. The reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. Anyway, I was going to say, and yeah, that's another point for you. So he can manage Brock Lesnar, and now he's currently managing Roman Reigns.
Big personalities, man.
Big personalities, and I think at one stage CM Punk and a few others. So, and he was the leader of ECW. So that all, screams well for him in the class. Can I say 1 point against it, though?
Yeah.
I do think it's a good pick, but 1 point against it, which Stephen Richards has on Paul Heyman.
Oh, go on.
So Paul Heyman, so especially if you're teaching high school and college students who are, a bit bigger, they know how to defend themselves. They start,
Defend themselves. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all their hormones kick in, so they're into weightlifting. They're a bit aggressive. They got spots and all that.
Yeah.
And if should they ever lay their hands on Paul Heyman, if you see him in the ring, he cowers straight away. He flips the other side. So
yeah,
at the time of the recording, I think in the recent pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, who was it? Kevin Owens went up to Paul Heyman and grabbed him by the shirt, and Kevin Owens
shot himself.
Yeah, and he goes, I don't like Roman Reigns. Screw Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I've always loved you. I've always loved you. Forget Roman Reigns. So he quickly switches sides to protect himself, right? So if a student was to start on him, he will have no defense. But Steven Richards, he's still got guns in it. He's a well-built individual. He could still handle himself physically.
He can look after himself. Yeah, actually, you are right. I think if it is like children, then he's okay. The other thing is though, I think he would defend you really well. So if like, one of his students did something wrong, I don't know, they brought a pellet gun into school or something, and is like, got in trouble with the headmaster or whatever, principal, he would defend you, but he'd have your back. So he'd be like, instead of saying my client, how do you say it? How do you say my client in his voice?
My client.
My client. He'll be like, my student. The reigning A-star achieving.
He's got a New York accent, and he's from New York.
Oh, okay, yeah, but he would he'd back him up. So it was almost like he'd the way he sells Brock Lesnar, like, and markets him. Like,
yeah.
He would sell that student. So if that student's in trouble and it's potentially impacting their placement at the school, for example, he'll defend them, saying how much of a good student he might be and what he's achieved and stuff like that. And he'll probably shout at the principal as well, in that voice. So I don't know. I think Paul Heyman would have your back, and he'd be. I'd shit myself having Paul Heyman as the teacher if I was going parents' evening, because he'll just say the truth, wouldn't he? He wouldn't dress anything up in cotton wool either. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I think that's actually a really good one.
Okay, cool. Right. So, worst pick.
So, worst wrestler. So, I'll go first. Oh, well, it's obviously, it's very... Okay, no, I've got it. It works both ways, but I'm gonna stick with it. I think it's a more interesting answer. I'm gonna go with Viva la Raza, Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
God rest his soul.
That's the worst.
God rest his soul. Yeah, because his whole gimmick was lie, cheat, and steal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. How can I forget that?
Even as a face, when everyone liked him, he had that smirk, that amazing smirk with the dimples. And, he would bang the chair on the ring floor, then throw it to the opponent, and then fall down. And then the referee would think the opponent hit him with the chair.
Yeah.
No, from that standpoint, he would teach kids how to be streetwise. I think he'll be really good in that. But like you said, you mentioned parents' evening.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to know that my child or children have learned these kind of devious, deceitful tactics from his teacher. So, stealing, cheating, lying, all of that. So he would be a very charismatic teacher, but I think the class would be like, oh, we got Mr. Guerrero next. It's going to be a DOS, isn't it? It's going to be a DOS class.
Yeah, it's that lesson that you can...
Yeah. And he'll probably teach he'll probably teach like history, in it, or he'll teach like drama or something, like, one, with all due respect, in the school syllabus at the time of your age isn't so important. He'll teach like a DOS subject, right? Drama, I don't know. There's going to be people offended out there. Oh, I love drama. I don't care. He's going to teach drama or history or something like that, and it'll be a DOS lesson. People won't really learn much, and he will teach them these underhand tactics. So
but
Eddie Guerrero,
he could choose if he was teaching Spanish lesson, then he can he'll be all about the Latino heat, innit?
Yeah, but it's true.
No. But I see what you're saying. His morals aren't there. His interests are elsewhere.
Yeah,
he probably looks forward to parents' evening because of the mamacitas that might be coming.
Exactly.
Okay.
Olale, Holmes, olale, come in, olale, Holmes.
Okay, interesting.
He would love giving out essays, isn't it? He goes, essay.
Here's your essay, homie. Go, homie.
Oh my god.
Anyway, good one. I think you've justified that well. I wouldn't have gone anywhere near that one, but I think you've justified that well. So good pick.
Thank you.
Uh, I think for me, I think so. You've gone for someone who's just not interested. I'm going for someone who is interested and wants the best, but I don't think he could command any respect for shit. I think he'd just be like you're saying about when students hit puberty. Oh, they'll shit all over him. JR.
Oh. Oh my! Are you sure you didn't pick this just so you can do the impression?
A little bit of that. No, but to be fair, I think JR's like, because he's kind of like, he's not, I don't know, he's like, first of all, he just looks funny, right? And I mean that in like, he's older, like, the type, students will just go and take his hat off and they know they're just not going to get in trouble with him, right? But, hey, you come back here. You don't steal my hat. It's the premises in the school. Like, go sit back down. Sit back down.
That man.
For the Lord Jesus, sit back down.
By God, that man has a family.
Yeah. Yeah. Wireless into headphones. This is a class. I demand your full attention. I'm going to tell your parents that the fallout's not going to be good. This could jeopardize your time at LD High. Yeah, I think he'd spend more time trying to spend more time trying to get the class together and sit down.
I think you've earned this for your impression.
Oh, yeah. My God, this is a religious education. We talk about Jesus. Yeah.
But with all due respect, like, love the guy. He's got Bell's palsy, innit?
Yeah.
So like the whole class would just be mimicking him, and like they
would 100%.
You don't even need to do it with voice. You just literally do the smirk on your face, and like the whole lesson would just be him trying to catch everyone doing it from different angles, which is like really such a shame. The thing is, though, he's a very well-learned individual, so he knows his shit.
He seems smart, yeah, really smart. I just think, and also, one thing came to my mind. Imagine like there's an exam, right? So if any of your students fuck around during an exam, it's going to go back to the teacher and be like, how have you not disciplined like your children or that? Yeah.
And the thing is, with all due respect, he's not very, he's not physically fit, right? So he's not going to be able to chase after students or run after them if they steal his hat or something. So
But he'll be like, if they fuck around during an exam, he'll be like, for God's sakes, sit down, this is a test. Anyway.
You kicked out.
Kick him out. He'll be, no doubt he's going to come back on another episode. But yeah, JR for now.
I like it.
Cool. Right. Where are we? On to soccer.
Yep. You can start.
Oh, okay. So I thought about this one. Didn't take me long to think about. I've gone for Arteta as best.
Mikel Arteta?
Yeah. So Arteta's one thing I've noticed about him is very patient. He does, obviously all managers lose their shit, right? But he'll persevere through times of adversity, right? As we've seen past 3 seasons with Arsenal, and now the fruits of his labor are starting to shine through now. They're starting to come through, and I think it's down to the way he brings teams together. He brings, what's the word? Camaraderie. I can't say it properly.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, that's it. And he instills belief in them as well, which is translatable. You're in school, you're trying to do the same thing, and I think he's very honest, he does things by the book, but he has his own creative ways of trying to get the best out of people as well, as you've seen in the documentary, right? So we're not going to go through all all the historical stuff that we went through yesterday. What we're going to do today is we were going to focus on the present. We're going to focus on all of the things we've been working on the last 2 weeks, and we're going to make sure we are in full preparation for the exam. If you don't do this, then you're not going to get into your chosen university or institute. But I think, I think this class has so much potential. I think you've shown so much belief in yourselves, and if you have the heart here and you have the brain here, the two now need to connect. So what we're going to focus on today is by bringing these two together.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so I think he'll be good like that, and he says things efficiently. So he won't labor on a subject, labor on a particular. He'll just say it and without breathing or stopping.
And then at the end of his pep talk, he goes, "Let's fucking do this.
Let's fucking
Let's fucking do this. Now let's fucking." Because by the end, his voice is gone, isn't it?
Yeah, and he wears like really nice, like black polished boots as well to every match, which is quite good.
Yeah.
So
if anyone can hear my echo, apologies. I'm not sure why that's happening, but hopefully it doesn't affect it.
No, you're good.
I think that's marvelous. I think that's a really good pick.
Oh yeah, he just looks like a teacher as well. You just imagine.
He does. You imagine with like a grey jumper from like Asda George or Next.
Yeah,
and like he's got a shirt underneath it with the collars coming out the jumper, proper neat. And he's got like a pen in his pocket.
He's got everything. Teacher. He just screams teacher. You can imagine with like a stripy tie and everything.
Yeah.
And if a student can be like, Mr. Arteta. How do we work out this equation? No, this is not how you do it. This is how you do it. I show you. Come sit down, get a chair. Like it just be
wow.
Like, yeah. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else really. I think he speaks for himself.
Cool.
Like it?
No, I really like it. I can't.
Is it gonna be better than yours?
Well, it might. It might be a bit boring now because I had a very similar idea. It wasn't Arteta, but it was a manager.
Oh yeah.
And the one that I was going with was Erik ten Hag.
Oh.
And the reason being is a lot of the similar reasons. He's come into Man United. He's changed it up.
Agree.
Who knows what happens? Who knows what happens next season? Who knows what happens? But it can't be argued the level of work that he's done. So even with the school's worst students, he might be specially hired to come and deal with the worst students, and he will whip them into shape. The guy was not scared to handle Ronaldo how he wanted to handle him, whether he didn't play, whether he subbed him off, whether he sold him, all of that stuff. He takes no nonsense.
Yeah.
And, absolutely. Like,
good pick. Good pick.
It might be a bit hard to understand at times with his voice. Like, I think it's good for the club. I think we're going to win the cup. We're going to win the cup. And I think it's good for the club. We're going to learn maths next. Maths. And I think huh? And also like when a foreign student asks a question like, Mr. Ten Hag, can you repeat the question? Huh? And I asked him, like, what?
Yeah.
No, I think
this lesson is split into two halves. The first half, we'll run over test. Second half, we will do exam.
And then like, the assistant teacher comes in with his tea and he goes, "Can you pass me the cup?"
the cup. After school club.
I was trying to think of a club thing. This is your form paper. Your after school club.
Oh my god! Yeah, he'd actually be a good PE teacher because of the match. Yeah, we've got a match. Oh,
sorry, just letting the dog out.
Eaten by your dog.
Let the dogs out. Yeah, Ten Hag. So yeah, similar reasons. I know it's boring because you went with Arteta, so it's annoying because I was really excited to do this one.
No, that's a good choice. I think
it's like Arteta. Like this the parallel with United and Arsenal, isn't it? Like both managers. Well, I guess Arteta's been there for longer, but still, both managers have just transformed the club, and this season, that you can see it, and you can see it through their work ethic, their ways of teaching, and not teaching in the football sense, but yeah, I think they're two solid picks, to be fair.
Yeah, and like what he did with Sancho, just kind of sent him away, and he came back stronger. You can imagine him to a student. I'm going to send you to camp. I want you to go, reset, recharge, come back.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah, really good, man. That is really good. The only problem I can see with that is I don't see him as being as approachable as someone like Arteta. So if ETH was to say, "Do you understand? You understand?" You're kind of like obliged to say, "Yeah, I do." Yeah. Whereas with Arteta, you can kind of say, "No, I don't. Can you help me?" Kind of thing.
Fair.
Only thing, but that's just
I guess like both these examples lean into themselves, because we both mentioned managers, which is very relatable to footballers.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned Paul Heyman, who's a manager.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I mean, I think it was likely going to happen. It was inevitable, and it's probably inevitable that now our worst footballers are going to be actual footballers.
Yeah, exactly. But do you know what? So far, I'm still not sure on Stevie Richards, but
Oh, I am.
but I think on the whole, been okay so far. So that leaves us with the worst. Well,
Worst footballers.
footballer, anyone in the footballing world. You got any?
I think going by the order, you start first. I haven't got any, to be honest, but let me know if you want me to.
Yeah. Go on.
What, you want me to?
Yeah.
Oh God.
If I think of it.
I don't want to be too harsh, man.
I could say Beasler for everybody.
That
At this rate.
that was the most random pick. That's probably the worst pick at this whole podcast. Every episode, in my opinion.
That's because he's the worst. Like,
It's just random. Came out of left field. Anyway, I think I've got mine.
yeah, go on.
And it is. I don't mean to be harsh, but I'm just seeing I'm just relaying what I see on TV. All right. I'm gonna go with Jack Grealish.
Oh my God, he came. Yeah, good. Okay, interest is here. Why? Go on.
So he's, ultimately he's a very likable individual. So it's a similar reason to the, Eddie Guerrero dossing in class. Oh, we got Mr. Grealish next. Oh, he's chilling it.
Yeah.
But also, with all due respect, just from his interviews, he doesn't come across. He's really harsh, but he doesn't come across very intelligent in the words that he uses, the way he speaks, all of that stuff. And I can't imagine him over the summer holidays learning a syllabus to then teach in the school term. He just won't be asked.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He'd end up bunking the lesson himself.
He was like, guys, just get out your books. So just. And I don't even know. I do know how he talks, but I can't even.
You can't do it. Yeah, I know.
Get out your books. Yeah, just do whatever in it. Like,
it's Jack Grealish. Yeah, he'll bunk with the students. He'll probably go and smoke with them.
But it'll be really likable. He'll probably be a great PE teacher, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He won't be able to. I don't think he'll be able to articulate himself well, and just translate the words to the kids in an easy to understand manner. You just be like,
just so Google it.
Henry VIII, or was it the 7th? Oh God. It's a bit dread, I know, but
and he'll wear like really like short socks, like show his calves in lesson. Yeah. He's a dosser, isn't he? Yeah,
he's a dosser. Yeah, just going. I am judging a book by its cover. Put it that way.
I mean, I think we all know enough about him. To be fair, mine's quite similar. So it's kind of triggered. This one did float through my head as well before. Balotelli.
Why always me?
Why always me? I think he'd end up getting expelled.
What, as a teacher?
Yeah, as a teacher. He wouldn't, he'd do nothing. Like he wouldn't, he'd probably bring like a snake into like the lesson or something. Like he's just really out there. He's really out there. And you've seen what he does on the pitch. Like he tries to. I don't know if you remember when he was playing at Inter. He tried to do a back heel on the line because he was that confident they'd score. It was an open goal, and he missed. So and Mourinho got he was just livid. Like he'll just do stupid shit. That obviously the why always me. You know the firework thing that he did. Like he's so out there. He's the worst example to a student. Like
you say that though, but like just again playing devil's advocate, he also tries a lot of new things. His goal recently. I know he's like in the latter stages of his career, but there's that goal recently. We did loads of stepovers and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
I enjoy people with flair, and I think in teaching, maybe there's a student who doesn't quite grasp a particular concept, and someone like Balotelli will use a bit of flair to try and teach that student in a different way. You need creative thinkers. Balotelli's really creative on the pitch, and I think because he does, flamboyant stuff like the back heel and all these stepovers, and he's really unorthodox. He's an unorthodox footballer.
Oh, yeah.
I think sometimes you need unorthodox teaching methods to get through to every student. So just defending him from that standpoint, I see exactly what you're saying. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're kind of getting I know what you mean. Like he's not average, right? And you want someone. I think. I just think the thing is like he'll get if you get mouthy to him, like he'll come down on you twice as hard as well. So because he's got a bit of a mouth on him, he's not the easiest player to manage either.
No,
he'll fall out pretty quickly. I can't do an impression of him for shit, but he will. He's mischievous, and he just sets a shit example. In fact, he'll bring the firework into the lesson. Do you know what I mean? Like he's one of those. Yeah, I just can't see it happening ever.
The thing is with him, like this is more credit to him, but from a teaching standpoint, it's not. I don't think he cares what people think about him. He doesn't care about his reputation. He gives zero fucks, and I think that's great for him in his personal life and in his career. But I don't think it would be good as a teacher. As a teacher, you want to leave that impression. You want people to come to you. You want to be, as you said before, approachable. And he just wouldn't care. So just get out of the class.
Yeah, definitely. He's no shit. I think him and Grealish are two footballers worldwide that really do not give a toss. As long as they're earning the money, that is it. They don't care where their teams come. They don't care if they win. Well, I suppose they do. But I mean, like the main thing is, come Friday, and then check their bank. Has my money hit my bank? Yes, it has. That is all they fucking care about.
It's interesting because on both the football examples, we kind of had similar mindsets. We're on a similar wavelength with Arteta, Ten Hag, and now Grealish and Balotelli.
That's true. That's
really quite interesting.
Yeah.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, so no, that is really good. That's really good, actually. So I think this is one of those episodes where we haven't had to think long and hard about it, but the justifications we haven't had to kind of pick it apart so much either. It's also just kind of been, it is what it is. Says what it is on the tin. Like you see ETH, you see Arteta, and you think that makes complete fucking sense. You see where their football teams are, and then you see these two like morons, and they're like, oh yeah, no, you definitely see. Like it just they speak for themselves. So this is tough. I'm keen to hear what everyone else thinks on these ones, apart from Stevie Richards.
I think that's good. I justify that one. But anyway, so quickly
you are good at that. I'll give you that.
Wrestlers, best teacher, I said Stevie Richards or Stephen Richards specifically.
Yep.
You said Paul Heyman. For the worst, I said Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
And you said JR. God, but God, that man has a family.
Get out of the class.
He's just the best, JR. I love him so much.
Yeah, bless him.
He's the best, man. And then for football, you said Mikel Arteta. I said Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And then that was for the best. And for the worst, I said Jack Grealish, and you said Mario Balotelli.
Yeah, these two, like really bad. They just scream the word expelled, innit?
You're so dread.
It's true. I don't think any of them went to university.
You're being too judgmental here, man.
I know.
I bet you one of them did. Actually, I don't bet you, but still, you're being judgmental.
They are just like dropout material. Anyway,
they're good footballers, though, man. They're great. They're great at what they do.
Yeah, definitely. All right, who would you have in your team? Balotelli or Grealish?
Different players, in it, but I think overall probably Balotelli.
Would you?
Yeah.
He's a number 9.
Yeah, but he can do more than he could play as a winger. That's the thing.
You definitely interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'd definitely say Balotelli. But Jack Grealish still got the rest of his career to prove himself. So, and he's on good form at the moment.
Well, the other thing to add to that, you'd have the worst disciplinary record with Balotelli in the team. You talk about school disciplinary.
Yeah, true. That's what we should have gone for. Who is it that always, who's known for so many yellows and reds? Casemiro recently, but, I wouldn't have said Casemiro.
Keen Vieira, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Keen Vieira. But discipline, your Ofsted rating would just go down straight away. Anyway, cool. Right, that was good. We kind of powered through that one. That's a good one. Anyway, so keen to see everyone's thoughts. I think this is quite a tight one actually, and quite a well thought out one. So, keen to see how it goes. As I said, give us a like, subscribe. We're finding our feet here, I think. What do you think, Aj? We're starting to.
Yeah, I mean, it's never going to be perfect. As Kish said, we're finding our feet. We're tweaking the episodes as we're uploading more and more things, all the boring stuff like sound levels and stuff. So it's all a learning curve. It's good for us. We're learning, but also hopefully we can improve the experience for you. So always, give us your feedback. If you think something was shit, if you think it was great, let us know. We just want to keep doing this. But thank you very much.
Exactly. And all I can say is we have got a shit load of wicked and exciting scenarios to come in my ballot. So, on to the next one.
Yep. Take care, everyone.
Well, see you guys. On to the next one. Bye.
See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.